Hi, this is Captain Crunch from DesktopHero.net, and today I'm going to show you how to work with animations in PowerPoint 2007. As you can see, I have laid out a tropical theme. All this was accessed using clip art. Under the Insert tab, you can go to clip art, search for all these different shapes, and then you can just drag them onto your slide. So my background, I used the beach, I used an airplane, palm tree, fern, footprint, and fire. So what we're going to do today is put all those together in a nifty little animation, and hopefully you'll learn something along the way. The first thing that I'm going to do is put some animation on this palm tree. So at some point I'm going to animate every single one of these objects. And the way that animation works is it has a series or an order that you place the animations on. So when I select my first object, all the other animations will follow after this object's animation has completed. So with the palm tree selected, I'm going to go to my Animations tab, and you want to click on Custom Animations to bring up your animation window. With that up, go to Add Effect, and you can see the categories that we have available. You have Entrance, Emphasis, Exit, and Motion Path. Entrance and Exit are basically self-explanatory. It either makes the picture arrive on the screen or disappear with various effects. Emphasis will leave the picture on the screen, but give it some type of an attention-getting animation, such as growing, spinning, and there's plenty more here. A motion path will actually give the image a path to travel, and you describe that path with a line that they give you, either one that's preset or you can draw a custom one. So today we're going to start out with an entrance of the palm tree. So I'll go into my entrance category, and I want to look at more effects to see all the effects that are available to me. And I'm going to try some of them out by just clicking on the effect and watching how the screen is affected here. So I didn't like that one. Let's try fade in. Okay, that one looks pretty good to me. So with that done, I'm just going to hit OK. And now it's time to move on to my next objects, which will be the two ferns that I have placed under the tree. I want those to do, let's say, a dissolve in. So I'm going to go back to Add Effect with those highlighted, and I'm going to do More Effects. And here I see my dissolve in, and I can see what that looks like. I'm going to say OK. And just pay attention here what's happening as I'm going through and animating these different objects. Picture one, or the first animation, was my palm tree, and then it grouped these two together because I had them selected when I applied the animation. So you can apply the animation to multiple shapes, but just keep in mind it will apply the same effect to both those shapes that are highlighted. Okay, so that's done. Now what I want to do is work on my footprints. So I'm going to do an entrance effect for these as well, but I want it to be alternating to give it a cool effect. So I'm going to select my first footprint, and I'm going to add an effect, and more effects. And for this, I'm going to do a dissolve in as well, but I'm going to change one of the options here. The dissolve is moving very fast. I actually want it just to do fast. Okay, and I'm going to apply that alternately to each one of my footprints after that. So I'm almost done here. Okay, so what I want to do now is preview the animation as I have it right now. And if you look over here, you can see all the steps that I have laid out perfectly and numbered to let me know the order that they're happening in. So I'm going to start at the top, and I can just hit the play button to preview what it looks like. So there's my tree coming in, there's some fern, and here are my footprints going down the beach. Okay, so I still have some more things that I want to do, and to do this we're going to use the motion path. And if I zoom out here, you can see that I've inserted the airplane in here, and all I wanted to do is just fly across the sky for me. Okay, so with that selected, I go into motion path, and then I can go to right, because that's the direction that I want the airplane to travel. And you can see what it's done is laid out a line with a green arrow and a red arrow. The green arrow is where the object will start, and the red arrow is where the object will end. You do have the ability to drag these where you want them to be. So I'm going to drag the green to start at the center of the airplane, and drag the red until it goes all the way across the screen. Okay, so I want it to fly in and then fly across the screen and then fly out. So if I play that animation, you can see the plane flies across, but it's a little too fast. So I'm going to control that by going to the speed with my animation selected and choosing very slow. And that should make the airplane fly by a lot slower. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is demonstrate a couple different motion paths that you can take. So I'm going to delete the current motion path that I have for the airplane, highlight it, and apply another motion path. You saw the left and the right, up and down are the same as well as diagonal. What we're interested here is drawing a custom path of our own. And this can come in handy if you want to go a little bit outside the box. You can do a curve if you want there to be multiple angles. And we're just going to demonstrate this. It's going to be a pretty bumpy ride here. So there you can see the airplane going. I'm just going to slow that down. And up and down and up and down. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the other motion paths here. If we go down in, we actually have more motion paths, which gives you really just a ton of cool different motion paths that you can put your shapes on. And before we play everything, I'm actually just going to remove that fire. Okay, now with everything together, let's go ahead and play it and see how it looks. Fade in for our palm tree, our ferns, cue our footprints, and finally the flyby of the plane. Not the greatest animation, but it's quick and easy and available to you with all the options inside of PowerPoint. If you found this helpful, check out some of my other videos on the Microsoft Office software. Thanks for watching.